My brother and his wife use noise-making devices to help their children sleep, which to me sounds counterintuitive, mainly because I, as I've said before, need as little noise and light as possible to sleep. But I've conducted further research on this matter, and it turns out that many parents use noise-making devices to help their children sleep, but even some adults have noise-making devices to help them sleep, which is very interesting indeed, because yes, my parents never used that for me. My parents never used noise-making devices for myself or my brother when we were younger. So yes, and as I've said before, and even the slightest bit of noise or light shall bother me, because I'm a very light sleeper. I need to have as little noise and as little light as possible to sleep. I am not certain if that is a trait of me being neurodiverse or just something unique to myself. But yes, that is how I have always felt that way. So yes, and if I ever had children, I do not wish to have children, but if I ever did, I'm not certain if I would use noise-making devices either, because I worry that, but if I were to use a noise-making device to help my children sleep, I would be unintentionally conditioning them to be unable to sleep without it. I would not want to do that. I'm certain that when my children were in their teens or 20s, they would resent me for unintentionally conditioning them. So yes, if I ever had children, I would try to condition them I would want them to sleep with as little noise, as little light as possible, the same way that I do. But of course, I have no intention of having children, so that's not going to be a big deal for me. But for those of you here who do have children, for those of you here who are parents, do you have any commentary on this? Do you have any experience with this matter? Is there some advantage to using a noise-making device to helping children sleep, as counterintuitive as that may sound? Yes, for those of you here who know much about this, I would be very interested in hearing what you have to say on this matter. Thank you very much.